the previous video, I talked about how to extract a string from the left, right, and middle of the text, but this only works well if the length of the text values are the same, and in most cases they won't be. So this video is going to show you how to extract a string for any set of text values, regardless of the length. And to do this, we're going to use the search function. This will return the position of the first occurrence of the text. So here's the syntax. The first argument is the portion of the text that you want to look for. The second argument is the whole text that you use to find what you specified in the first argument. And here's an example to make this more clear. Let's say that I have the value of the phone number 123-456-7890. And let's say I want to get the position of where the dash is in the text. So I'm going to do search. In the first argument, I'm going to put in the dash, but I want to make sure that I surround it with double quotes, or else we're going to get an error. And then the second argument, I want to put in 123-456-7890 surrounded by double quotes. If you type that into Excel, you're going to get 4, which represents the position of the dash. But remember that the search only gets the first occurrence, so it's only going to account for the first dash in the phone number that we put in. But this function doesn't actually return a text value. We have to nest this into the other functions that I talked about in the previous video. So let's hop over to my screen. I got an incomplete table of random names, and we could fill up this whole table by only filling up 2 of the cells. So to get all of the first names, I'm going to use the left function. So I'm going to say equals and then left, open parenthesis, and then go to the function argument window. And then the text is going to be the full name. But because this table has all the names that have different lengths, we're going to have to use the search function for the number of characters. So I'm going to say search and then put in the parenthesis, and then in the formula bar, click on the search, and this is going to open up the new function argument window. Now inside the search function, for the first argument, we're going to say double quote and then put a space and then end it with the double quote, because we want to look for the space in the full name, because that's what separates the first and the last name. Now for a second argument, it's going to be the full name again, so we just click on the cell, and then after that, click on OK. And not only will it get me the first name of the first row, but it's also going to get me the first names for all of the rows, because this is a table. Now getting the last name is slightly different, but it's pretty similar to getting the first names. So we're going to use the right function. So we say equals right, open parenthesis, and then go to the function argument window. After that, click on the full name for the first argument. For a second argument, we want the number of characters to be the whole length of the text minus the number of characters starting at the space. And so this is going to make more sense once I type it out. To get the total length of the text, we're going to use a function called len, and its argument is just the text value. And we want to do minus the number of characters starting at the space, so we're going to have to pull in the search function here, and then open the function argument window for that. And then for the first argument inside the search function, it's going to be the space, and the second argument is going to be the text. And once I click OK, it should get me all the last names for the whole table. Alright, so now you learned how to nest multiple functions inside a single function, and you also learned how to extract any strings when the length of the text values in a column are different. But you can also go the other way around in Excel. Instead of splitting up a text value, you can combine them together. And that's what I'm going to talk about in my next video on the concatenate function. And you'll be able to click on that if it's been published already. And I hope to see you there.